Hi, this is Sanjay Gangal from GIS Cafe. I'm here with Cesar Suarez, product manager at Presagis. Hello, Cesar.
Hi, how are you, Sanjay?
Doing great. Thank you so much for joining us. So tell us about Presagis.
Yeah, for sure. By the way, thank you for the invitation. So, Presagis was formed in 2007 as a result of a merger and acquisition from two industry leaders in the simulation for military training. And by the way, many of our current employees were part of those original companies. So we are a global software and services company supporting the top 100 defense and aeronautic companies in creating and updating the 3D databases for virtual training and mission rehearsal. So our tools help users to integrate the geospatial data and the analytics for 3D planning applications, so such as smart cities, urban mobility, disaster response, critical infrastructure, air mobility, among others. So we are based, our headquarters in Montreal, in Canada, with offices across the world. So we have offices in the United States and Orlando, Florida. We also have offices in UK, France, and Italy, as well as a worldwide reseller network.
Okay. Can you tell us also about your products and solutions?
Yeah, for sure. So we have what we consider our classical products, which are desktop applications for creating 3D content, as well as turnkey solutions for simulation for ground forces and airborne missions. So in the past few years, we have been leveraging our experience and the technical agility to develop our newest offering, which is called Velocity, which is an automated data production pipeline for the creation and simulation and the deployment of rich 3D synthetic environments.
Okay. So tell us more about Velocity.
Yeah, for sure. So Velocity is our new geospatial solution ecosystem that is allowing us to expand into new markets in the geospatial domain and the geospatial analytics. So while giving our current 3D modeling and simulation market the opportunity to enhance the existing capability through automation. So we are leveraging our deep knowledge and technical expertise in the fields of digital twin, the creation, the modeling and simulation to reduce the creation time of 3D synthetic environments. So obviously, Velocity also greatly enhanced the labeling capabilities of features in these geospecific synthetic environments by integrating AI and deep learning techniques. So the result is that using Velocity, our customers will be able to quickly generate more accurate content and improve simulation. So to give you kind of a context on an example, we have worked on a project for a client that required us to generate a digital twin for an area of about 64,000 square kilometers. So the customer was very interested in testing different use cases for the GeoInt capabilities, such as using OpenStreetMaps data as a source for, in this case, the building footprints. And also another use case was the testing using artificial intelligence for feature extraction, in particular case, the building footprint, right? So for the first use case, using OSM data, we were able to generate this digital twin using the buildings, obviously vegetation and integration with the imagery and elevation. And it was about less than 7 hours. And using the AI-based approach for this feature extraction, we were able to generate this digital twin in less than 65 hours. So this is using only one single machine. So obviously we will reduce less in less time as soon as we are able to parallelize more, right? Depending on the customer needs. So all these use cases were designed for the rapid data ingestion and the updating of digital twin environment. So in short, we have been reducing more and more these silos, these gaps between the purely GIS and the modeling and 3D environment in the simulation world.
And what makes your solutions unique and different?
So a short few words simulation, right, and the simulation-ready content. So there are several companies that are able to create the virtual environments, right? But bringing them to life through simulation is what Presagis does and has been doing for decades. So whether it's a pattern of life, traffic simulation, weather and oceans, or disaster management and testing those scenarios, Presagis solutions allow the customers to access or generate this simulation-ready content for different needs, such as GeoInt or smart cities. So example of smart cities is the use of for smart transportation solution. So the option to create these what-if scenarios for improving their decision support system and the processes.
Okay, and you were at the 2021 Esri user conference. What were you showcasing at the conference?
That's correct. So we were at the Esri user conference a couple of weeks ago. We were showcasing a 3D interoperability toolbox called 3D Environment Toolbox for ArcGIS. So this 3D interoperability toolbox allows the transformation to and from different 3D formats, such as CDB, I3S, or OpenFlight, and includes better and more accurate 3D building templates and libraries. So to give you an example, the users working on ArcGIS Online or ArcGIS Pro with a 3D scene for either an entire country or city will have the building templates that have the same look and feel with materials from their original surroundings, right? Which will be very useful when creating the different type of simulation. So if you take a look at the video that I'm sharing, using 3D Environment Toolbox, we are extracting data from OpenGIS Spatial Consumption Common Database. So in short, this is the OGC CDB to an I3S thin layer package. So in here, we are able to extract data such as highly detailed building with textures, vegetations, as well as geospecific models, such as lampposts, stop signs, traffic lights, or even very specific buildings. So in the Esri user conference, so we also are the Esri Silver partner. And we would like to enhance the current ArcGIS capability with our tools. So the 3D Environments Toolbox for ArcGIS allows us, obviously, to integrate our technology with Esri, and will also help us integrate more of our simulation capabilities with the Esri ecosystem.
So tell us more about on the integration of ArcGIS and your simulation capabilities.
Yeah, for sure. So the integration with ArcGIS definitely brings an added value in the creation of digital twin to support simulation. The simulation, obviously the visualization, and the analytics capabilities. So Presagis is also further expanding this integration through our work with game engines, different game engines such as Epic with their Unreal game engines, which help us give the users better visuals, right? That are not only more realistic, but render faster for simulation. So there are multiple simulation use cases for different markets that uses ArcGIS.
Okay, and can you give any more examples about this?
Yeah, for sure. So let's take an example. So simulation mobility in an urban environment, right? So you could have a traffic simulation where vehicles drive through an intersection or a street, right? So you could create your own rules to ingest the amount of vehicles into your simulation, or you could use Internet of Things devices, IoT devices, to act as your input and pass this information onto your simulation. So you could then perform the analytics to identify, for instance, the number of cars moving through an intersection, the number of cars that passes, select a city block at different times of the day, or how many stores in terms of visiting users, or even the generation of revenue are affected when, let's say, a street change is proposed, right? Or a city block is closed. So the collection and the visualization of the analytics provides this first pass effort to make the simulation for obviously the training and generation of what if scenarios.
Okay, and what is the best way for our audience to find out more about Presagis on the internet?
So the best way is to visit us at our website at www.presagis.com. So this is Presagis, or by checking us out via LinkedIn at Presagis.
Yeah, it okay, Cesar, if I ask you a couple of personal questions?
Sure, shoot.
So what do you do for fun outside work, or what is your personal passion outside work?
Before, I would say that a few until 1 or 2 years ago, I was learning how to play violin, and that was my fun. My oldest son, we started and Suzuki class for violin, right? So obviously, I was his teacher, so I was learning while I was teaching him how to play, and that was my passion. Started to feel my passion right now. So obviously, I had to stop because I went to school. So working and school at the same time. So that is not anymore. And right now, for fun, just enjoying with the kids and going around the parks or the pool, enjoying the summer when we can.
And what type of music did you play on violin?
Oh, we've just learning. I'm learning, a very basic learner. So I was playing Bach. I was playing obviously folk music. Just learning the strings at different notes.
Okay. And any particular symphony from Bach?
No, it's been, to be honest, it's been 1.5 years that I have not played, and it was the first line. So
okay,
getting there. I'm just getting there to properly place the notes where we should be.
Okay, and can you also tell us something about yourself that most people at Presagis who work with you don't know about you?
Well, the violin was one for sure, and the other one is I'm very passionate into scuba diving. So I was back in the days. I was advanced level. I was looking at become instructor. So for XY reasons, and work and studies, they just put in my way. So I couldn't go through that. But I'm very avid, and anytime that I'm able to do it, I'll for sure look for places to go. If I can do it, obviously do scuba diving. So I love that. This is kind of that's my true passion for sure. So to ask your first question, if I would do that, if I would have like a coastline, a house in front of the sea, I'll be all the time there.
Wow. And what's the favorite destination for scuba diving?
Well, I'm from Colombia. Born and raised in Colombia, but I was living in BC and British Columbia, Vancouver, for 7 years before I moved to Montreal. And that is an amazing place to go scuba diving. Vancouver and Victoria area, it's amazing hotspot for that. So it's beautiful. I wish I will. Once I was on California, I wish I could have done scuba diving there, because I heard that also an amazing spot to go.
That's true. Well, thank you so much, Cesar, for taking time to record this interview. Have a great day and stay safe.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And you also be safe.
Okay, this is Sanjay Gangal from GIS Cafe.